The cottonmouth. These heavy-bodied vipers can be a common sight throughout much of the eastern United States, and there are many that believe them to be among some of the most dangerous snakes on Earth. So named for their signature mouth gape that they employ as a defense mechanism, these snakes are often labeled as aggressive, territorial, and there are even some that say they've been pursued by these snakes over vast distances. Now, it's no joke that these are equipped with a powerful and fast-acting venom, but just how valid are these other claims? Today I'm headed deep into the heart of the American South to see if I can get close enough to one of these formidable snakes to find out just how deadly they and their bites truly are. Why? Because that's my job. My name is Jack, and I've dedicated my entire life to traveling all over the globe to find the strangest and deadliest creatures alive. I'm willing to get in close where others wouldn't dare in order to uncover and share the truth about even our most dangerous and misunderstood creatures. Is today going to be my most dangerous mission yet? You'll just have to wait and see. Cottonmouths possess a powerful venom with incredibly potent hemotoxic and cytotoxic properties. The venom works quickly once injected to break down the tissue surrounding the bite site and will begin to affect the blood of the victim as well, causing blood clotting issues. Bites are serious and can easily result in heavy necrosis, loss of limbs, and yes, even death. An adult cottonmouth is more than capable of delivering a lethal injection of venom for us humans. But just how likely are these snakes to actually bite? Are they truly as aggressive as one might think? We'll just have to find out.
So we're pretty much just kind of scanning kind of crevices, small pockets of water for these snakes that are kind of hunkered down. Like I said, these snakes are pretty non-confrontational and very quick to flee, so it'll be kind of a trick to get them before they're up under a rock or, underwater or somewhere where we can't find them or get to them. So hopefully we do okay.
It did not take long before we had spotted our first cottonmouth, and it looks like a beautiful one at that.
All right, check out this beautiful lady. Look at that. A lovely, lovely cottonmouth. As you can see, not a dangerous snake by any means. Oh, nice and girthy, nice thick-bodied. Now, despite popular opinion, these snakes are really not all that bad. Her main defense was actually to try and flee. See how she's trying to get away from me? Let's see if I can get a hold of her. Take a look. She really has no inclination to attack. Despite popular opinion, people understand these animals' primary defense, which is actually to gape their white mouths. That's where they get that name cottonmouth. They open that up, flash that white mouth, and that's a warning sign, but it's also an intimidation tactic. So they're actually hoping that the predator goes, what is that white? What is that? That's bright, that's scary. And leaving this animal alone, or at least confusing the predator long enough that the snake can get away.
Now, cottonmouth behavior is, in my opinion, some of the most misinterpreted and over-exaggerated animal behavior on Earth. It seems everyone has a story about how a cottonmouth chased them over a mile, or charged their kayak while they were fishing some creek. Fact of the matter is, these snakes are far from the aggressive, bloodthirsty killers many people perpetrate them to be. Oftentimes, these snakes are simply living their average daily lives, or simply trying to flee, but people inflate these behaviors into something else entirely. I'll also add, in many instances, a cottonmouth was not even the snake that was encountered, as many of our non-venomous water snakes have been misidentified as their venomous distant cousins. Cottonmouths are sophisticated, intelligent reptilian hunters, and they absolutely prefer to flee at the first sign of danger rather than hold their ground to fight.
Despite what people think, these snakes don't chase you. They're not out to get you. They're not out to bite you. They're just simply trying to go about their lives as snakes. So they're more interested in getting away from you. They see you as a pretty scary, intimidating animal, a pretty scary, intimidating predator that could potentially want to kill and eat them. So their main, idea is to get away from that, to get away from the possible bodily harm, which sadly is the case for a lot of these snakes because they are killed by people quite often, not as a predation event, but as people simply killing them because they misunderstand them.
Enjoying this video? Then check out this video here where I jump right into the Atlantic Ocean to investigate how deadly the bite of the bull shark truly is. If you'd like to see this adventure, click the video card here or check the video description below for a link to this video. I'll see you there.
But this is the true cottonmouth right here. This is 95% of all cottonmouths are exactly as well-mannered as this one. Once they find out that they're not in any danger, they're ready to just get on their way. So we've seen plenty. We'll run into a few more. So I'm gonna let her go, see what she does. See that? What is she doing? Is she chasing me? Is she going for me, folks? No, she's going right back to her little watering hole. Go back to hunting fish and tadpoles, frogs, small turtles, sometimes even other snakes. Really cool.
After hiking a little bit further, I encountered yet again another beautiful group of these amazing cottonmouths. Let's take a look at how these ones behave.
Alright, this one is actually missing an eye, I think. Hey, buddy. He's nice and sunning himself on this rock. Ah, no. Come on out. It's really nice. Oh, very sensitive. Yeah, pull him out. There you go. Hey, friend. Take a look at that. See, once again, look how calm, look how placid. Take a look at this guy. Beautiful little cottonmouth. Looks to be blind, or at least has an eye injury on the right side. Easy, buddy. But once again, not an aggressive animal, not hardly even a defensive animal. And I want to talk about the differences between those two. So when I'm talking about snakes in particular, especially venomous snakes, I hear the word aggressive a lot. Oh, the cottonmouths are so aggressive. Cottonmouths are so aggressive. Watch out, they're so aggressive. Are they? Because these animals aren't aggressive. I would not classify them as aggressive at all. In fact, if anything, I would consider these animals to be defensive. What's the difference, Jack? Well, an animal that's defensive feels that its life is in danger, and it's acting to protect that life, which is the same as any organism should do. So when people say, oh, it's aggressive is ill intent without provocation, right? And what I mean by that is animals going out of their way to hurt people or to hurt other animals. And that's just not the case with these lovely little snakes. They are so content to go about doing their own lives, to go about hunting for food, sunning on a nice rock, napping under a nice cool area. These are not aggressive animals. And they only really will bite if they feel that their life is threatened. And oftentimes that's when bites occur, is when people are trying to kill these animals. Because look at this guy. He sees me, he sees my face. He's got heat sensing pits on either side of his head. He can see that there's a huge orange glob. Poking him, prodding him, holding him up. Is he trying to bite me? No. Is he trying to strike me? No. Why? Because I'm making him feel safe. I'm letting him kind of crawl, explore. I'm not making any fast movements, any sharp movements. He can just kind of explore what's going on in a safe way. He doesn't feel that he's in danger.
So just how deadly is the bite of the cottonmouth? While the bite itself could necessitate an amputation, or worse, could even kill a healthy adult, the snakes themselves are honestly not terribly likely to bite in the first place. That characteristic mouth gape may look like a snake trying its best to size you up and take a swing, but the reality is that these animals are just trying to appear threatening so that we'll leave them alone. I'm sure I'll have plenty of people in the comments telling me their own personal anecdotes about how one of these snakes chased them up and down their local river, but there's no evidence to suggest these animals behave in any way, shape, or form like this. It's easy to blame potentially dangerous animals, and it's easy to make them into the villains of every outing. But it's time we look at the cottonmouth from a different angle. These aren't the incarnations of evil like many in the South believe. These are simply animals doing their best to survive in their respective ecosystems. We depend on these creatures for the stability of our ecosystems, and they still serve an important and pivotal role in maintaining the health of our wild spaces. It's important to remember that just because an animal can be potentially dangerous, this does not mean they're actively trying to harm us. As long as we respect these animals and give them space to move on, we're in absolutely no real danger.
Well, we're going to let this lovely little cottonmouth get back to resting on his little branch, on his little bit of rock, and just as a good measure, little cottonmouth kiss. Once again, not animals looking to hurt you, not animals looking to bite you, but animals just looking for the respect that we show other species. Look at that. Amazing. All right, little friend. Come on. Here we go. Another kiss. What a sweet, sweet little snake. And I'll just let him find his way back to his little sunning area right there. Such a cool experience. I don't encourage anybody to go out and replicate this, but I just do this to illustrate that these are animals, same as any puppy or kitty or fox or bird of prey. These are animals that command a respect. They can harm you, they can, but that's not what they're wanting to do. That's not what they're hoping to do. That's not what they're going out of their way to do. These are animals looking to survive, same as you and me, same as any other organism in the animal kingdom. And they don't deserve the horrible reputation that they have for simply defending their lives from people who misunderstand them. So, super great. I think we're probably going to end the episode here. We've had a lot of really positive interaction and some cool defensive postures from some cottonmouths today. I hope that this was eye-opening for you. This is part of the big mission of Jacksonville Wildlife, is to create this type of stuff, to show people that these animals that have become monsters in society, that have become the boogeyman in their, family stories, that these are not those things. These are not those creations of fright that people would have you believe. They are animals. And you can see, even in the wild, these are not captive animals. These are not animals that maybe have ever even come in contact with a human being. But when they don't feel that their lives are threatened, when you're not attacking them, when you're not getting all up in their face, when you're respecting them, when you're respecting their space, when you're respecting their place in the ecosystem, these are, for all intents and purposes, harmless animals. Now, once again, not encouraging people to go and free handle venomous snakes. I've been working with venomous snakes for the better part of a decade, and they can be very dangerous, and they can be life-threatening. But that does not mean that that is all that they are. I'm always going to stick up for my little friends, and I hope that you will learn to do so as well. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.